Now we're going to go to the legislative framework. And our first speaker will be Honorable Jordi Xucla, a member of the Parliament of Spain and the chairman of the Spanish Parliament delegation to the Council of Europe. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, Excellencies, diplomatic representative, civil society representative, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me thank Interparliamentary Coalition for Global Ethics for inviting me, and especially let me thank the key, not apps, the key person in the room about this seminar. I am talking about Shoshana Beckerman. In times of Instagram, we can say that Shoshana is an influencer, an active influencer. Mr. President, I think that stand up for peace is a good idea, and to avoid this criminal air condition is another good idea. And let me to say this for these boys after a few days in New York. The panel number 2 is under the title, The Legislative Framework. And I have two, three reflections, contributions, about this. When I met a few years ago in Madrid, a delegation of Interparliamentary Coalition for Global Ethics, thanks to my friends in the Council of Europe. By the way, I am a member of this delegation. I am not the chair of this delegation. This delegation informed me that only 2 countries in the world have a legal framework about education for peace. One, according with you, not according with my standards, according with your analysis. One is Sri Lanka, and the other is Spain. Spain have in the curriculum education for citizenship since the previous socialist government. When we adopted this law of reform of education, the debate was open in the parliament, and some people believe that this is an alternative to the religious education, and this is not the case. One is the religious education in the schools, and the other, the importance of a civic education about citizenship. And one important paragraph, one important point in this curriculum, obviously, is the education for peace. So, thanks to you, thanks to our interparliamentary dialogue, we discovered that we have this kind of instrument in Spain, and obviously I am at your disposal to develop a little bit more about this educational reform. And I agree with you that the 3 key words are education, education, and education. The second point, I had the opportunity to chat with the minister from Sri Lanka during the lunch about conflicts, recent conflicts in Sri Lanka, about reconciliation, about the challenge of reconciliation. If we are talking about peace, we need to think about the approach according with our landscape, our countries, our background, and our past. In my parliament this week, and especially next week, we are facing a debate and a vote about the reform of the law of historical memory. This is in part about reconciliation. For some people in this debate in the Spanish Parliament, it's better to overcome, to put some amnesia about the past. But I am in favor to visit the past in order to calm the past and to achieve reconciliation. The history of the past of Spain is not about amnesia, and we are going to vote next week an internal discussion in order to remove the former head of state, the dictatorship General Franco, from the public cemetery founded by public money. And sorry for these brackets, because this is very local. This is local, but now Taiwan are following the Spanish experience, and Taiwan have interest to draft a law in the similar terms. But my point is that we are enabled to building pace only if in the recent conflicts, Sri Lanka, long and very extremely horrible conflict, or this conflict, civil war in Spain, last century, or the 2 world wars in the world. And my last point is about tolerance. And tolerance is not just to support the other. Let me to put you as an example. Tolerance is not just to resist and to support the neighbor. Tolerance is about understand the other. Tolerance is even to recognize the arguments of the other part. And tolerance is obviously so far from the religion's intolerance. One point is that people believe and other people don't believe, but in the current times, in the current world, it's crucial to work for tolerance and to fight against religion's intolerance. Because religion's intolerance is in the base of historical dramas in our world and could be in the base of next dramas in our world. Thank you very much for your invitation.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your wise reflection. I'm sorry about the light. We have to do something about it. You will do well. Just take a lot of water. Good.